Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us for today's show on Binance P2P second anniversary. And we're going to have some serious fun. And so I would like to welcome everyone who is joining us right now. And for those guys who you think are not here and should be part of this session today, please just share this link with them so that they can be able to join us. And also drop a comment on the chat section. Let us know where you are listening us from, and or rather where you're watching us from. And let's know how Binance P2P has been of useful to you, how you've benefited as a user or merchant, and which country also you represent, and what is the best, maybe what's the best currency you like buying from Binance P2P. Also, you can share a bit of your stories on the chat section. So we also like you to share this on your socials. So please, we are using the hashtag. Let me get the hashtag quickly. So we are using the hashtag cheers to Binance P2P. Okay, cheers to Binance P2P. Please just make sure every sharing you're doing, just use that hashtag cheers to Binance P2P. And before I introduce my guests and also my colleagues in the house, I would like to share a video here, okay, which has been we've had stories of merchant achievements, guys who have successfully achieved on Binance P2P, those who have really made a lot of income, and those P2P has changed their lives. So I'd like to share that video right about now. Let me share my screen. And before I do that, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is George Mwakisha. I'm your moderator for today, and I am in Binance Africa. So let me share that video with you quickly.
Hola amigos, mi nombre es FixTV de Binance. Solamente
The Binance cryptocurrency system, it's obviously changed my life way more positive.
Amazing. Thank you for choosing Binance P2P, the world's #1 P2P marketplace. Launched 2 years ago, and today we are celebrating 2 years since the launch of Binance P2P. And we'd like to thank you guys for being part of this journey with us. And it's been a really amazing journey. So I would like to introduce my panelists. Okay, I'd like to introduce my guests in the house and also my panelists whom are with us today. And we're going to have a lot of fun with all of us here. So let me start from the top right.
Hello, guys.
Please go ahead.
Hello, guys. I'm Pritish, and I'm from India, and I am in crypto since 2017, and I am active on Binance P2P since 2020.
Amazing. Thank you very much for joining us today. We can go around the table.
Hi guys, my name is Chidima. I'm from Nigeria. I've been trading crypto since 2020, like February of 2020, and I've been using Binance ever since then. This is literally all I know.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of us.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Prashant. I'm from India and I'm in crypto since 2017, since the mid of 2017. And I am a verified merchant on Binance since the very launch of itself, like since May 2020, I guess.
Amazing, amazing. Awesome stuff. Those are our amazing merchants, those who are doing amazing things on Binance P2P globally. Some of their top merchants in Binance P2P trading some serious volumes right there. So thank you very much. They'll be sharing their stories. Okay, so we'll be having an AMA with them, one-on-one session. So they'll be telling us how they started, what challenges they have faced, and how journey has been, how they have become rich with this Binance P2P. So we'll be listening to the amazing story. So be sure to stick with us all through the session. And let me now go to my colleagues in the house. Let me start with Doctor, please.
Thank you, Makisha. Good evening, all you lovely people out there. So, my name is Dr. Chitral Patel, and I am with Binance P2P since 1.5 years. And I would say this is a very proud moment for me, and I'm very proud to be the part of P2P team.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I also have my co-host, who's also my co-moderator. Kelly, please.
Hey guys, I'm Kelly and I'll be moderating the Binance P2P team as well. Nice to have all you guys here on board.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. So I'll be handing over the session quickly to my colleague. But before I do that, let me share my screen quickly so that we can go directly to the slides. So I hope you guys can see my screen well. Please, my moderator, please confirm.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's proceed then. Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you, Akisha, again. So we'll quickly go to the review slide. And once again, it's great to be speaking with all of you today on this special occasion of celebrating 2 successful years of Binance P2P. So can we get some love from our audience in the chat box for P2P? Some cheers from our dear users. Lovely, lovely. I can see hearts, high hearts coming for P2P. Thank you, thank you. This love from you all keeps us going. So with that, we will go ahead and take some time for a quick review on what P2P is, how we got started, where are we now, and the roadmap ahead, followed by the first round of giveaway where I'll be asking a couple of questions and you have to reply in the chat. And then we will have the most interesting session to get a behind the scenes look at how our top verified merchants use Binance P2P's secure platform to process more than 300 crypto P2P trades per day. And at the end of the session we will open Q&A for all of you, and you will have opportunity to submit your questions to us by typing into the chat box, and we will try addressing them all. All right, so let's begin. Can we go to the next slide, please?
All right.
Okay, so when you are investing in cryptocurrencies for the first time, there will be thousands of questions in your mind, like how should I buy my first Bitcoin? Which platform is safe for me to go and buy? What is the minimum amount I can get started with? What are the fees I need to pay, and more, especially when there's a bull run and you see Bitcoin, people buying Bitcoins everywhere. So, and we are anyways nearing another all time high probably soon. fingers crossed. So as most of us know, Bitcoin was originally created to enable peer-to-peer transactions, right? So peer-to-peer means a one-on-one relationship. Binance P2P allows you to buy and sell USDT, Bitcoin, BUSD, Ethereum, BNB, and DAI directly with other buyers and sellers on the platform, where Binance acts as an intermediary, just as a medium to match you with the right buyer at the right time, which means we bring power to people. Just think of it as any e-commerce marketplace, but for cryptocurrency exchanges. So you get matched depending on whether you want to buy or sell, and whether the other user wants to buy or sell with you. Here you can choose to trade with say same counterparty again multiple times. You can set your preferred payment method from 300 plus available options worldwide, and fiat currencies of your choice from 75 plus available currencies on the platform currently. And there is an add-on, so you can also share your ad with other crypto users, say in your friends group, your family or community groups, and grow your business. That is how we will learn from our merchants later in the session. You can also access Binance P2P on app and website both. All you have to do is download the application, sign up, do your KYC verification, open the app, go to P2P trading. We also have number of tutorials supported in almost all languages for your easy understanding. So once you complete your KYC, you have to go to P2P trading on your home screen, and you will see variety of ads in the fiat currency that of your choice. So you can pick the ad which is the best suitable for you, enter the quantity you want to buy or sell, make the payment, or wait for the other party to transfer the funds just in case if you are the seller. Make sure that you have received the funds, and tada, you just have bought your first cryptocurrency at zero fees successfully. Alternatively, if you go on the page and you don't find the suitable price or the payment method of your choice, what you can do is you can also post your own ad, set your desired price level and the payment method, and the rest of the process is the same, where the counterparty will open a trade with you. So this is how the platform works. Now, another question that will come to your mind is, if you are, for example, if you're a first time buyer, then how Binance P2P is safe and secure? So once the buyer places the order with the seller, Binance P2P locks the seller's crypto in an escrow account for safekeeping to prevent false transactions or frauds. So once the transaction is confirmed by the seller and the buyer, the seller is allowed to release the crypto from the escrow, and the buyer will see the balance in the P2P wallet. So Binance P2P is a global cryptocurrency trading platform where you can safely trade with millions of users, thousands of verified merchants using 300 plus payment methods. So many of you also must be thinking, what if the seller does not release the crypto, or if the buyer provides the fake proof of payment, or what if the buyer marks the order as paid and never responds, or if the counterparty proposes some other mode of payment or other mode of trade or offline, etc. So in that case, what you can do is, we have our own dispute handling team. All you need to do is, on the order window, you can raise an appeal, and our CS team will intervene and contact the counterparty and help you complete the transaction. This is all about how P2P works. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, next we'll talk about how we got started and what's in the future. So we launched in the second half of 2019, as you can see, with a small team and supporting the very basic features of peer-to-peer trading. And with more research and continuous feedbacks that we get from our community and our merchants, we did super fast iteration of the product features and kept adding more fiat currencies and payment methods supporting all the regions globally, and also expanded internationally, adding more team members from all the markets and users from all the regions. So by the end of 2020, we had launched 60 plus fiat currencies and 200 or almost 200 payment methods, and have grown 10 times our global competitors. Starting 2021, we have seen humongous growth with our user base touching 1.5 million weekly active users and seeing an all-time high in trading volume. So we are growing really fast. Can we go to next slide, please? Yeah. So here you can see the numbers that we have achieved. So how Binance P2P took almost all the markets, and we have also processed 85 million plus transactions supported in 200 plus countries, and notably we have the largest network of 50,000 plus Binance verified merchants in the world. Here, I would also like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude and appreciation to all our users and merchants for your continuous support and trust in the platform. Next slide, please. Yeah. So talking about our mission, we are here to provide cheaper, faster, and safer platform for all our users. How cheaper? Zero taker fees. So today, if you place an order in an existing ad, you don't have to pay any fees apart from what is there in the ad's price, or if charged by the payment method. Lowest trading fees. We have the best liquidity in the market. And faster is we have pro trading tools. So we have express zone that you can also see both on the pro trading pro app as well as the light app. Shorter disputes appealing time. We are growing our customer support. We have opened up live chat. We have also localized live chat. So for example, if you want to chat in your regional language, there will be a CS who will be handling in your language your appeal. Safer, we have advanced risk management and optimized risk stability. I'll discuss about the risk management in the next slide. Yeah, so talking about risk management, these are the security steps that we have implemented, so you don't have to worry about trading on P2P. First is we have created and implemented T+1 withdrawal limit, which means that if you are buying today on our platform, you can withdraw your funds after 24 hours. So in case if there is a dispute in your funds that you have received or sent, then we still have the amount locked in our platform, so we can easily resolve the appeals and the disputes. We have added new requirements to post the advertisements. So if a new user signs up today, they can of course take the ad, they can place an order, but they cannot post an advertisement, just to reduce the scamming and spamming on our in our order books. So the registration time is 30 days and above. We have compulsory identity verification and authentic SMS authentication. The new user should have completed around greater than or equal to 20 trades, and so on. We also have updated order matching logic for especially for the express mode and in the light app. So when you have to buy instantly, you just have to enter your amount. You will be matched with the best offer that is available in the market, and that is an express checkout. Also, we have P2P user education initiatives with the walkthroughs for the first-time users. We have tutorials at various touch points throughout the transaction process, and notes on the order page, sticky alerts in the order chat window in different languages. So two things is, don't release crypto before you get the payment, and don't mark order as paid before making the payment. So only mark it as paid once you have made the payment from the account. Can we go to next slide, please? Yeah, so this is, as I said, we have the largest network of 15,000 plus verified P2P merchants worldwide. This is what our prominent merchants, they have to say about their experience of trading on P2P. And of course, we will learn more from our three merchants in the panel today. And next slide, please. Next slide, please. So we want to celebrate this wonderful journey of 2 years, and more coming up with our users. So we have designed various types of campaigns and giveaways that you can find from on our announcement page. So there's a social media quiz and giveaway. We have exclusive merchant rewards. We have various live streams we have scheduled in 6 different languages with English as we are here on right now. And then we also have Collect and Wind as a part of a mega giveaway. So you can just go to the announcement page and check all the promos that are ongoing on P2P. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is the merchant rewards as I was talking about. So if you are already a verified merchant before 11th October 2021, so you are eligible for participating in this merchant rewards, where we will be ranking globally top 100 merchants based on their maker trading volume, completed orders, number of unique counterparties they have traded with, appeal rate, etc. Next slide, please. Okay. So we have a giveaway time for our users where I'll be asking you 2 questions. You have to chat. You have to type the answers in the chat box quickly, and the first three participants who give the right answer will win $20 gift cards. So here goes my first question quickly. How to identify a verified merchant on P2P? So we have the first one is Sneha Katuria, who said yellow tick. That is right. Then we have SK Tamjid, yellow mark is right. And oh, there are so many chats. I lost it. Okay, yellow mark. SK Tamjit was the second one, and third is Satya D, who says yellow tick badge. So Satya D, SK Tamjit, and Sneha Katuria, please leave your UIDs in the chat box, and we will credit the gift cards to you. Congratulations. So this was the first question. Now I'll be asking you the second question quickly. Get ready. What does the express mode offer under the P2P trading? Yes. So we have the first answer automatically pairs you with a trusted merchant, Mahmoud Khalid. Please leave your UID. We have Mahmoud Khalid who has answered correctly. Is the first. Please leave your UID in the chat box. And second one. Demi, you were close, but not exactly. Yes, Prabhakar A, match the best quick buy or sell. Second correct answer. Please leave your UID. And third is matches an order quickly. Okay. Chinemerem MBA. I'm sorry if I've pronounced your name wrongly. Please leave your UID. All right. So we have got 3 winners each for the 2 questions. So Congratulations, all of you. And we can move on to the next slide. Okay, so moving on to the most exciting part of the webinar, where we hear it from the horse's mouth. Yes, Binance verified merchants who you see with a yellow mark against their nicknames when you go on the p2p.binance.com page. So professional traders became our first market makers on the platform. As a result, we were able to receive positive feedbacks from our users on a continuous basis who made transactions exclusively with our P2P verified merchants who passed additional verification on Binance. So here I take an opportunity to invite three of our top merchants to share their experience of using Binance P2P. Please welcome Pritesh and Prashant from India and Olivia from Africa. Welcome, you guys.
Thanks, Chitra.
Thank you, Chitra.
So
Thank you, Chitra.
how are you feeling about Binance P2P completing 2 years of journey? So I want to listen from you how you get to know about Binance P2P. When did you become a verified merchant on our Binance platform? Over to you, Pritish, starting from you.
Yeah, Chetal, from Twitter and other social media posts, I got to know about Binance P2P, and I think I become a verified merchant in May 2020, and I was one of the first few merchants in India.
Okay, so I heard about Binance P2P sometime last year, early last year, like during the intense quarantine. So like the noise was too much to ignore. It was all over the place. So that was when I started trading sometime in March last year, and then I became a verified merchant this year, 2021. So like a year later.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Prashant?
Chitra. So I joined the Binance P2P in like I guess May or June 2020 because Binance was my favorite platform. Like I have been using it since 2018, I guess. So since then I was following all Binance all over the social media, Telegram, and all over again. So as soon as you guys came up with the P2P, I decided to be in one of the very first merchants. So I got my application in I guess around June. So I was there in 2020, June 2020 again, as a verified merchant.
Awesome, awesome. Good to know. So you are here with us since 1 year plus. So
Yeah.
early times. All right. So I would like to just go back into your history. So how did you started with crypto trading? How do you know about cryptocurrencies? When did you exactly started trading cryptocurrencies? What excited you to get into cryptocurrency trading?
Yeah, Chetal. So I know about crypto from one of my friends, and it was around 2017 when I was in my college. I heard about Bitcoin. There were very few exchanges at the time in India, so we can at that time we can only trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, like major coins. So in my college days, I get to know about crypto.
Olivia?
Okay, so I think it's pretty much the same for me. I've known about crypto since like 2018, 2019, but I probably had a lot going on at the time. I thought I had a lot going on at the time, so I wasn't really interested. But when I was home due to the quarantine and everything, I started doing my like research and looking around, and I found out it was something very interesting to get into.
Prashant?
Yeah, so the irony is Pritish and I, we both belong to the same college actually. So it is approximately the same time when we both came to know about the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and all. And it was, these things seems to be attracting to us at that time, like in 2017, when it was, I can say that it was our college time. We were in second year, at the end of our second year, and we came to know about cryptocurrency and this world, like how it is going and how people are making money out of it. And for us it was like we didn't dream much and bigger here. We just dreamed of we just wanted to get something out of it, because we loved going to trips and spending some extra, but we never asked, used to ask the like extra from our parents. Like apart from the pocket money used to get, we were just using that pocket money. We were just putting that into crypto, and we were going all with it. Like it was very fun back then, because the 2017 bull run was the biggest till that date. So whatever you put, you get like almost double of it in just a few months. So it was like a jackpot for us. We were just putting something into it. We were getting out of it the profits, and we were going to trips with it. So the Bitcoin was it has become life for us in the second or third year of the college itself.
Oh, great. So soon after your college, you started into cryptocurrency trading.
No, in the college itself, actually, it was
Oh,
third
okay.
year, you can say. Third and fourth year, we were like at the end of till the end of fourth year, we were completely into cryptocurrencies and all. And at that time only, I guess Binance was launched. So we were as Pritish said that at back then there was not much cryptocurrency, like apart from Bitcoin, there wasn't much coins available here in India. So I still can remember that we used Binance to buy our first altcoin back then, because it was not available in India. We had to buy Bitcoin from India from a local exchange, and then we transferred our Bitcoin to Binance, and then we exchanged Bitcoin with the other altcoin we wanted to buy back then. So that's how we used Binance the first time, and since then we are using it till date daily for all of our needs, all of our trading purposes.
Wow, it's good to know. You have been like
Yeah.
with us since beginning. I think
Since
2017, right?
yes,
We
yes.
trade. Okay, great, great. So how so you merchants also trade with different merchants and users both, right?
Yeah, it is. It depends upon the merchant actually, if they want to trade with a different merchant or not. But mostly, like in our case, like in my personal case, I am maker all the time. I do not like it is a very rare case when I become a taker. So I'm my trade is always open for all. If the counterparty is a merchant, I am willing to trade with them, and if it is not, and if he is not a merchant, then also it's fine to me. So no issues for me at all.
Right. Okay. One question, Olivia, too. So, Olivia, to you. So, do you do the cryptocurrency trading on Binance P2P on a full time basis, or you also have another a job?
Oh,
How do
I
you?
also have another job. It's not exactly full time, but because
Okay.
of the nature of Binance P2P trading, you can really do it anywhere and any time. So aside the other things I do this as well.
Right. Right. And what about you, Prashant?
Yeah, pardon, I missed you actually. Apart
That's
from you were okay. You were asking that apart from crypto, what do I do? Okay, I'm a developer actually. I'm
okay.
a full stack developer apart from cryptocurrencies. I have been working in MNC before, like even now itself, we can say. But now, moreover, apart from my job, we are building something because we have a good client base now. As I told you that we are in this field, like we are working since last 4 years, so I have a good client base, and so now we want to automate our transactions because there are a lot of transactions we go through in a day. We cannot handle them all manually now. It has become, a challenge for us. So we want to make all these things automatic. So for that only, I can use my developing skills, and we are gathering a team with us right now. So we are going to build something so that it would help even us, our clients, and everything. Like we want to make the things go in a easy way and most automated way. That's what we are trying to do now. Now.
Right, right. I'm also curious to know about like since as you mentioned that you became a merchant. You were of course trading since 2017 with Binance. As you became merchant in 2020 June, it was around the COVID period, quarantine and everything was going around. I'm sure both in the India region as well as in Africa. So how I want to know from you guys how challenging or how opportunistic was trading on peer to peer, and does it bring you extra income during the COVID all lockdown situation?
Yeah, so it was not even a bad luck for us for like here during the quarantine. it was, a good thing for us, because in quarantine we all were locked in our houses. Everyone was there, so everybody was trying to, explore their hidden talents. So someone was going for guitars, and someone was doing anything. So we, as a traders, what we could do. So myself, I decided to spend some more time on P2P, because it helps you uh, in a lot of ways. You meet people every day. So that was the best thing I was doing it, because I had free time in the quarantine. So I got my ad live for more hours. I was meeting people. I used to talk to them, like how they are doing, how since how long they are into cryptocurrencies, or what do they think about the market. And it was all good. It is like you are fishing not in a pond, in a sea, but so you can get even small fishes or even big sharks. So I used to get to know people, how they think about cryptocurrencies, and it was really great. The quarantine went so well for us. For me, I can say, apart from that income, yeah, it was there. That's what it was there. But apart from income, the best part was I met people, a lot of people. Yeah.
Good, good. How about you, Olivia?
Oh yes, the P2P trading brought, or I mean, obviously still brings in a lot of income. Because for myself, I have a fashion business that I can happily say was mostly financed by my income from trading P2P. So very
Oh,
obviously, yes. So very obviously, it brought in a lot of income.
okay. Pritesh?
Yes, it. Yes, it did. During the quarantine, I had plenty of time. We were all in the lockdown, and everyone was trying to discover their hidden talent. So everyone was at home during quarantine, and they have plenty of time to discover new things. So by sitting at home, many are trying crypto, and we saw a very huge increase in volume in P2P in the COVID quarantine time. So I use this to be more active in P2P, and by this way, I help me utilizing my time in a good way, and making some extra income from it.
Wow, great. So you have made the most of quarantine on P2P, definitely. Okay, so how many transactions on an average you three process in a day, and how challenging it is? So do you work all alone, or do you have team members? How do you manage everything?
Yeah, I process the transactions, as you can say, around 150 plus transactions, 150 plus orders in a day. Binance order transactions would be even more, because we have some, trying from the other platforms as well, apart from Binance, because Binance was not there before 2020 in P2P field. So transactions are, already there. So I told you that we are gathering a team. Not the team is not yet complete. Like, we are still looking for people who can help us, because we need different people at different place. If I have a seller, and he wants to sell some his cryptocurrencies to me, and so I get a lot of payments sometimes in a minute. So I cannot process them all by myself. So for now, we are looking for a team. Who can process transactions on my behalf. But simultaneously, we are working on things so that we can make all these things automated. So as soon as I get an order, the payment should go automatically to the seller's account. By this way, like, everybody would be so satisfied with the trade. Like, even the seller, because he gets the money instantly, and for us, it would be seamless, without any hassles and all. So this is how we are still working on these things, so that we can handle all even more transactions, because 150 is not the benchmark yet, right? We want to go to 1,000, and even, who say millions of transactions in a day. I want to make it that big. So for that thing, you have to go to, to develop, and you can't do everything at manually. That's the thing.
So when there's a bull run and when there is a decline in the market, you must be seeing a huge number of transactions, like lot many
Yes,
people coming
yes,
in to buy, lot many people wanting to cashing out, etc. Right? There'll be
yes, yes,
this
yes,
spike in
exactly.
the
We
number of.
want the bull run to keep on running like this, because the bull run is keeping the market alive. As soon as the PTC is going up, more and more people are jumping into it. More and more people want to buy it. But as soon as it starts going dull, like, say it is going down and down, and people start losing hope in it. And they it affects both even the investors because they are losing their money, and even the traders like us, or the merchants, you can say, because there are not new people coming into the market because they all are afraid if the market goes down. So the bull run is ultimately good for everyone. Everyone wants it to be just keep on going like this. Or the market should be volatile. The thing is, it should be volatile because even if it goes somewhat down, people see it as like as an opportunity to buy. That should always be there. People should always see it like an opportunity, so that they can always keep on coming. They can always keep on buying and always keep on it should keep on moving like this only in a positive way.
Right, right. How about you, Olivia?
So on average, I work alone for now. So on average, I process like say 50 to 70 on a good day. So that's basically because I mean there's no automation yet for me, so I do my things manually. So 50 to 70.
50 to 70. Okay. And Pratish?
Yes, Jital. Right now, on an average, we are doing 100 to 150 transitions, and most of the transitions are on the selling side. And right now, I'm working with my team, and my team members are Asta and Rituraj and many others. And right now, we are working as a team because there are too many orders, and on the volatile day, the transition count could reach to around 250 to 300 orders in a single day.
Awesome. Okay. So how do you guys grow your business? So on Binance P2P, you already have an advertisement where when people come on the platform and then they place an order with you. Apart from that, do you share your ads that are there on Binance in your friends or family or community whatsoever? So to get them on P2P platform.
Yeah, we do share actually. To grow the business, actually, if you are a merchant, you just need to provide services to your client. That's it to grow your business. Like whatever side it is, even if it is the buying side, what you need to make sure is you make the payment as soon as you get the order. There should not be any delay in making the payments. And if you are a seller, if you have received the payment, then you should release the crypto for the other peer like instantly, eh, as fast as you can do it. These things, these things keep your clients with you. If I'm good, if I'm good at my ads, if I'm providing the best services, they will keep on coming to me, and they won't even hesitate to buy from me or to sell to me, even at some discounted price or even at some higher price from the market, because they trust in me, and they know that okay, this guy would be there even in midnight. So say like say somebody has opened a trade and he is going to liquidation, he needs urgent funds, he cannot go to the traditional ways of deposit and withdrawal because it will take a lot of time for his money to get deposited into that thing, and by that time he would be liquidated. So these guys always comes to us in the P2P, and they want instant release, because even a delay of 1 minute can cause them the complete liquidation. So this happens, and then we understand all these things. Say somebody has some medical emergency in the times of COVID, anybody can have a kind of condition like that. So he wants to sell his crypto in exchange of fiat. So we understand the thing. Even if somebody comes to us, a client, let's say even in the midnight at around 2 or 3 a.m., we would process his transaction for him. We would choose the best payment method available so that he can get the money instantly in his bank account and he can use it right away, right there. So people are happy trading with us because they know, because the services would be instant or always there, and that's how we are just working on these things, to grow the business. We are looking like where we are lagging in this field. You just need to be fast. If my bank is not working, I'll try different banks. If the gateway is not working, I'll choose different bank gateways. I always keep a lot of banks handy with me. Some days say some bank is not working, so that I can use the other bank account available with me, so that the transaction should not stop. The thing is, we always keep on exploring things. So we always keep on adding bank accounts to our list. We always keep on adding payment gateways to our list, and we keep them all handy, all running with us. So that's how we are running, and we are growing into it.
Right, right. Olivia, what are your thoughts? How do you grow your business on P2P?
Okay, so I think it should be basically treat it like a business, treat your customers right. Like you said, if you're buying, make sure that you make your payments on time. If you're the one selling, make sure to release crypto on time. And like if you have an issue, probably your bank is not working or anything like that. I think it's best to communicate. It's best to communicate your problem so that the person knows what the person is dealing with, and doesn't have to file an appeal or leave a negative feedback later, because those things would, I mean, other people get to see them, so you don't want other people seeing negative stuff about you. And like if you treat someone properly, the person has reason to come back to want to trade with you. That's basically just treating it like a proper business, and treating your customers right.
Right, right. Pratish, how about you?
Yeah, to stay competitive, like it's only depends on the three things like price, services, and the liquidity. And the price is the main factor here. It can't be too high or too low from the current rates. We always provide the best exchange rates so that our clients never have to bargain about it. And second service, no matter what side, we are always wants to complete the trade as soon as possible, because we understand that people might be in need of urgent funds, and in most of the cases they do. So that's why they choose P2P over traditional ways to deposit and withdraw. And last but not the least is the liquidity. We always make sure that we never run out of the liquidity. This assurance is what keeps our client coming back to back and again. And payment method is also one thing. We always choose payment method wisely so that the payment should reach the counterparty's bank account instantly.
Right, right. And another question I want to ask you, and of course, our users would also be curious to know. So, as a merchant, what are the important criteria that you have in your mind when you choose a peer-to-peer platform as a merchant, as well as what do you suggest our users to on how to pick the best peer-to-peer platform, especially when they are trading for the first time?
Yeah, actually, in crypto, everybody wants an exchange that is secure. Security is the main thing because we see a lot of time, some small crypto exchanges are getting hacked and like that. So nobody wants to, play around with the security. So in that case, Binance is the number one exchange or the leading exchange in the world, and security is the best thing. So this is the main factor which decides, according to me, like the security should be there. Your funds should always be secure, even if you use it for P2P, even if you use it for trading. So in Binance, it is a complete package. Like a guy can come here, he can use P2P for deposit and withdraw his funds, and then you can even use it as a wallet or even to trade here. So that is the first thing, and the second thing should be like how easy the platform is to use. The platform, it should be, because the new user, they do not know it. We as if somebody is in crypto since 3 or 4 years like us, like we are the pro traders, we can use any platform in there. There is no trouble for us in using any platform. But for the new user, they do not know much about cryptocurrencies. They don't even know anything apart from Bitcoin. So they need to first learn. So in that case, I think Binance Lite, that app, helps people a lot about, in the first place. When somebody signs up, everything, it just takes away all the pro stuff out of it, and just show him the simple picture, like which he can see, and he can just keep learning. You should always take the baby steps to reach the big level. So that's why Binance and even Binance Academy is there. So people go and then they can learn about things before investing into crypto. They can actually learn. They can actually understand what crypto is doing to this world.
Right.
So but that's why, the easy to use and security, and the last thing, the KYC process. It should not be, it should not take much time. Here in Binance, it is almost instant. I can say it do not take more than 5 minutes, because whoever my new clients are there, I always ask them to go to Binance and complete their KYC, and it is done maximum in 5 minutes, and they are ready to trade with me. So the KYC process time, it is also a main criteria for me to decide a platform.
Right, right. How about you, Olivia?
So for me, I think safety is number one. Like she said, safety is number one. And another thing is the amount of liquidity available on the platform, because like for Binance right now, you put up an ad and before you know it, so people take it up. It's there's a lot of liquidity. And then I think the ease of use is another thing. Also what else? I think that's oh yeah, and fees, yes. Binance, the fees are very fair. The fees are actually very fair for the value that they provide. So yes, fees is another thing for choosing a trading platform for me.
Right, right. Pritish, your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, Chitral, the platform should be widely recognized, and this plays the most important factor here. New user will only join the most famous and the most secure platform. So, if we take Binance as an example, Binance is world's leading exchange in cryptocurrencies, and whoever knows Binance knows Bitcoin. So that's enough for a person to join Binance. And after joining, they would need a way to deposit their funds, and that's where the merchant came into the picture. And for me, the second is the customer support. The customer support should be very good. Sometimes the appeals take a lot of time to settle as there are bank issues, and Binance provide the dedicated customer support to the verified and the block merchants. And the liquidity and volume, which is also a very important factor for me to choosing a Binance platform. On Binance, there is no issue of liquidity and volume. You can buy and sell any amount of crypto to the verified merchants and sell even in the millions to the block merchants. The other one is KYC. In Binance P2P, you can only trade if your account is fully KYC verified. So this is also a most important point, so that you can always trade safely as your counterpart is always a verified KYC user. And the last one is the fees, which is also we can't ignore. In India, there is no fees for P2P trading, and in the other regions also the fees is very low and minimal. So these are the important criteria I always consider to choose a P2P exchange.
Right. Pritish, I heard you mentioned about the appeals and the appeal handling process. So, can you throw more light on what kind of appeals, in what situation that you have to raise an appeal, and how helpful has been the Binance CS to you on dispute resolution? So, what are the challenges, and how are they being rectified?
And then, so the most of the appeals are in the case are the third party payments. The buyer send money from his friend's accounts, his family accounts. So 90% of the appeals are the third party payments. There are some cases when the buyer has made the payment and it has not reached us. So this is also the second case. And third time, and the third case is sometimes buyer accidentally click on paid and he doesn't set the amount. So these are the main three appeals we got. And nowadays, we for the verified merchant, there is a dedicated support for the verified merchant, and we can chat there, and it is very helpful for us.
Right, right. Olivia?
Okay, so for myself, most of the appeals are usually because I probably send make payment and the seller has not received. So in the seller has not received, and probably the seller received and forgot that he placed a trade. Okay, that's more like it. The person receives the payment and forgets completely that he placed a trade. So I would have to try to reach out. The person doesn't pick up calls or whatever, and then I would eventually have to appeal because there's nothing else that can be done in that situation after I've tried reaching out. Or that's mostly it for me.
Prashant?
Yeah, so it's if we are on the buying side, mostly it is the banking issue because we as a merchant we never back as paid without paying. So we as a merchant say if there is a big order and say the amount is a big amount and so we went with RTGS, you can say the payment method here available in India. So sometimes what happens is I transfer the money from my account, but it did not hit the counterparty account. So he will go with the appeal. But I know that we have made the transfer. It will hit their account not but anytime soon. Like it could be even 1 hour or 2 hour. Same like if it is late night, then it could hit their bank account early in the morning. So in buying side, it is most the banking issues only. Sometimes in weekends, the banks do not support payments or they got stuck. The UPI payments got stuck like that. But in the selling side, it is more likely like the third party payments people do not use, like even it is written everywhere on the Binance, that Binance even itself asks people to use their own bank account while making payment. It has written clearly that if you do not use your own bank account, you might get to thrown out of the P2P, or your account might get lost. But still people are using third party payments, or no. There are sometimes reasons, some for some people actually their bank account limits are over, so that's why they use third party payment. But but they should refrain use doing this, because if your limit is over, you should wait for a day at least, so that it is back online and you can use your own bank account. So it will not, because even if by doing a third party payment, you are not getting the crypto at that time only, so it is a trouble for the merchant as well as for you. So you should not actually you should always follow the guidelines, whatever is written by the Binance and whatever the terms that are mentioned by the merchant, because every merchant has their own terms. If I do not want to accept a bank account, a payment from a specific bank, I would not allow that payment at all. If anybody is making payment from that bank account, I will surely go and reverse it. So, but these things we merchant always mention in our chat or in our terms, so that people can go through it. And but the things that happen before the things behind the appeal are people do not closely go through these terms, which they do not they just pick the order and make the payment from whatever account they want, and then we explain them that it was in my terms mentioned that I do not accept payment from these payment methods. Then it comes into appeal, and we have to reverse them. If people start using, if they start spending 1 minute and going through all the terms and conditions, and then the appeal count would be very very less.
Yeah. Okay, so to summarize this question, I would say that most of the appeals that you guys have to do is because the new traders they just skip the terms and conditions part. So it's very important for all the traders, all the users who are opening a trade to read all the terms and conditions by the ad publisher carefully and follow. So if say if you have given the bank details or any payment method, they have to make the payment to that particular payment method only, and there should not be any third party payments allowed. Otherwise there's a delay in the transaction, then it's a long process of reversing back to the account, etc. It's a long process. Okay, I agree. Next question from me to you is what are some of the trading tips that you would like to, as an advertiser, you would like to give to our users and other interested users who wants to wing merchant? I can see from the comments that many of them are saying how can I become a merchant. So what are your tips to them?
Yeah, tips for the merchant, you can say first thing is they should be consistent, because we have seen people, they have applied for merchant, they got the badge, they put their ad for the first couple of months, and then they are gone, like they are nowhere in the picture that these things over happen. And secondly, people put payment methods what they do not actually support, just to get the order. Please don't do that. If you just put the payment method which you can support, don't put just anything, so that you can just gain orders, because that will eventually decrease your rating only. Because if somebody places an order with the specific payment method, and you are not able to make the payment on that payment method, then you would have to cancel that trade, and it will decrease your rating only, because that completion rate depends. The completion rate actually is an important factor. Everybody before opening the trade, he sees your completion rate, like how many orders you have completed and what is your average paying time. The time, as I told you, like as a merchant, the services matters. Like how fast do you pay, how fast do you release. They all are mentioned in your account summary page. Whenever somebody clicks on your account, he is able to see actually, like how much time do you take while making payments. These are the important things. And apart from that, sometimes people do a thing like in the night time, say in India, say if I'm going to sleep at 1 a.m. So I have seen people doing things like they just increase the time limit and put the buy order. So they are not actually there, but their ad is there. So by this way, if somebody wants urgent funds, so they place their order on their ad, but the merchant is not online at the time. and then the time limit is increased to more than 5 or 6 hours. So in that case, the peer has to keep on waiting until it automatically gets cancelled, or the peer wakes up and makes the payment. This actually, this is bad for the whole community, because by this way, the other peer is losing faith in P2P. What he is seeing, that the people here are not, they're not honest. They are just putting fake orders. They are not following it. So so if anybody experience this much bad at the first time, he will never use P2P again. So these things are not even bad for themselves, but for the whole P2P community. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the first experience should always be the good. So I would always recommend that if you are a merchant, please keep your ad only if you want to buy, or only if you're willing to buy, and if you are present there, or if you're willing to sell. Whatever side you are, just be there if your ad is online.
Right. Your thoughts, Olivia?
Yeah, so I think people are usually very particular about completion rate because it goes a long way to tell whether you're serious with your business or not. So I think yes, before you put an ad online, you should be available to trade. You cannot have an ad online and then you're not there because eventually the time will run out. And another problem with this time thing is when you increase your time limit, you don't know how urgently the person needs the funds. Say you're buying, you don't know how urgently the person needs the fund, and then you're increasing time limit to like 45 minutes. The person probably doesn't have 45 minutes to wait, and that's why the person used the express mode. So it is you're basically beating the point of the whole process. It's supposed to be faster, and then doing the whole 45 minutes when you're not even there doesn't make any sense, because probably eventually 45 minutes elapses and you're not there. The person has to start the process all over again, and maybe coincidentally you're the best price in the market. It keeps on picking you. It doesn't make any sense. So I think it beats the whole point of the process, and it messes up your completion rate as well. So I think people should only put their ads online when they're available to trade.
Right. Pritish, your tips?
Yeah, Chetan. So one thing that is more important in P2P trading and for the advertisers is consistency. I saw some of the verified merchants who are not consistent. So if you want to earn a good profit from P2P trading and wants to make a good client base, the most important thing is the consistency. Some of the advertisers active only for the 10-15 days and goes offline after that. So
Mm.
please don't do this, and also put your ads on the both side, like in the buying side and selling side. Try to trade in all the markets like USDT, BUSD, BTC, Ethereum, and BNB. In some markets, there are less liquidity and volume, but try to put your ads in these markets also. And also reply on the chat instantly, so that if your counterpart is facing any issue, you can help them. And if the trading experience was good, your client will always purchase from you, even if the rate if even if your rates are higher than others. And in case of appeal, always talk politely with your counterparts. Sometimes in the banking issue, the user think that he had got scammed, and so try to understand them that their money is absolutely safe. And try to not accept third party payments from the buyers. Some buyers will give you the premium rate higher than the market and insist you to accept third party payments. So please don't do this, and always make the payment from your bank account only, register with the same name. And in the buying side, always place the ad at the rate at which you want to buy. And if you are not online, just offline your ads. I noticed that some of the users put unnecessary buying ads, even if they don't want to buy, and the seller's crypto got stuck for a particular time. So please don't do this. And even if someone sells you at your advertisement and you don't want to buy, just cancel the trade instantly, so that the seller can sell his crypto to the other buyer.
Right, right. So also, as we are nearing to an all-time high for Bitcoin, it will be soon touching 64, 65, etc. So I've often encountered some of my friends asking that, oh, it's so costly nowadays. How can I buy one Bitcoin? So how you communicate to you? How would you like to say to users that it's not necessary that you buy one whole coin, and how you guys as an advertiser, so if somebody comes to place an order with you, they can buy in fractions. So what are your thoughts around it? How you communicate with the newbies?
yeah, people think like that they have to buy the complete Bitcoin. Like it is not a piece of pizza that you have to buy it whole. You cannot just buy a single bite. It is not like that. It is a Bitcoin. It is like crypto. It is a currency. You can buy it in fraction. That is the thing. That is the thing that I told you, that Binance Academy helps people learn about it. So when people research about it, like how they can buy a small fraction, because everybody uh, uh, it is not necessary to buy the whole Bitcoin, and it won't even make sense, because you are new to the market. You do not know how volatile it is, and it will, it can end up in loss for you. So we are always like, if somebody approaches me as an investor and ask me like how to buy in Bitcoin and how much should I buy, I always give him the only single advice, that only put that much amount of money which you are willing to lose, which even if you lose that money, it should not affect you. It should not affect your financial condition. It should not affect your
Absolutely.
anything, anything. So only put that money and just forget about it. Doesn't matter if you bought the whole Bitcoin, or even if you bought point 0.1 fraction of it. Doesn't matter. Just forget it. Just do not keep looking at the price. If you really want to make something good out of it, just keep it. Say if you bought Bitcoin, BNB, whatever it is, just keep it for some time, for at least a year. At least a year, keep it, and for at least a year, see the returns. If you are seeing that, okay, you are seeing good returns, then put something more in it. Like, or you can go with SIP. Instead of buying the whole thing at once, you can create some goals. Okay, that on every month I will purchase BTC of say I know 2,000 worth, or 50 or 5,000 worth, like the money which you would be otherwise spending into your other habits. Like people, we are just spending money, we don't even know about it. So we can use a small fraction of it, and we can put them in BTC, and who knows, like after 2 or 3 years, where would it be? So the amount should always to that fraction only, which it should not affect you. So if you got good returns, it is a jackpot for you. Even if you lose some, so it should not affect you. The thing is simple.
Yeah. So Olivia, how about this in Africa? People often ask you about buying whole bitcoins and that they are scared, etc. How you deal with such questions?
Okay, so people who want to buy whole coins like Bitcoin is I think you should put, I would always advise you put in an amount of money that you can easily forget. I use the word forget because I would advise you keep it and hold it for a long period of time, basically. And I think people need to understand that if, for instance, you buy a coin and it does say 5%, your money is doing 5%. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the full thing, but you can say, this is the amount of money I'm bringing out and I want to grow this. So if the coin is doing 5%, 2%, your money is doing 5%, 1%, 2%. And like I said, something you can forget so that you can hold for a long period of time, basically.
Right, right. Pritesh?
Yes, Jitan, I daily get the questions from my friends and family that how much amount we should invest, and which coins we should invest. So I advise that invest only which can they can afford to lose.
Right, right. That's right. And on our peer to peer, if we see all the ads, we can. I think most of the regions we support buying as low as $10, $10.50. So just to get started with, they can experience buying low, and then when they get experience or get more interested after the research, they can buy more, of course, on our peer to peer. Another question is, it's an open ended. So anything interesting, any interesting stories that you would like to share, or people that you have met on Binance peer to peer platforms? Any exciting things that you have encountered while dealing with other users? Anything that you can think of?
Yeah, actually, I told you that we meet a lot of people, and after meeting them, we know like who they are. Before that, it is just like a peer to us. So that's why sometimes we meet people who I have met people who have been holding Bitcoin since 2011 at that time. So for
Oh,
them, it is a big jackpot. So I have seen people like that. So what they are doing is they have kept it all in their hardware wallet or in the secure wallets, and they're not selling it off. They're still not selling it off. They're still keeping it. And that's what I learned from them, and that's why I always advise the other newcomers, and I give example of them that if they can hold it since 2011, then why can't you? Just keep holding it, because at that time they just bought a small fraction of it. Like at that time, obviously Bitcoin was so cheap back then. So they might have bought so some people bought 100 BTCs, 200 BTCs like that. But even with the fiat at that time was the same fraction, which I told you right now. So that's the thing. The people are still holding, and they are just selling when they need something. If they say so somebody, so sometimes people comes and a guy so once came to me and he wanted to buy a supercar. So what did he do? He just sold a fraction of his holding, and he got his supercar. That's it. It was that easy for him. So it is so amazing to see these people that they are the complete believers in bitcoins and the cryptocurrency, and they keep on holding it. Uh, this is
Wow.
really great. Hmm.
Great, great. Olivia, your stories.
Okay. Like he said, we meet like a lot of different people. So I I was buying crypto. I was to buy crypto, so I posted the buy ad one time, and a lady calls me and says something about how she has received payment, but she doesn't know how she's supposed to release it. All she had ever done was buy. She had never sold, so she didn't exactly know how to release and everything. So I, walked her through the process and all that. So from there, she became a regular. And like I said, I have a fashion brand. I make female clothes. So eventually we talked, and now she's like a proper regular customer. So from P2P to making clothes with me.
Right. Pritesh, your stories.
Yes, Jita. I have met many people on Binance P2P, and even some of other co-founders of some exchanges and coins. I even help many people who are in the urgent need of money due to some medical emergency, because on weekends and on the bank holidays and traditional deposit and withdrawal system, it took some time to get the amount. So I help them. Sometime when the market is very volatile and the buyer needs the crypto instantly to use as collateral for their ongoing future trades and to avoid from the liquidations, I help these type of buyers many times by releasing the crypto instantly so that they can use it for their ongoing trades and avoid liquidations. I even met a buyer, and she was using a satellite internet and sending
Oh.
money from a cruise. So I become very surprised that people are even not losing a single opportunity to trade even when she's on the cruise.
Oh, that's an interesting story. Okay, cool. All right, so thank you, Pratish, Prashant, and Olivia for joining us in the webinar and sharing your wonderful experience and stories. And I hope this has helped our users to understand more about how exactly they can earn and grow their business on Binance P2P platform. So these were my questions. I'm sure once we open up Q&A, we'll also invite questions from from our audience. They also must be wanting to ask some more things about you. So moving on to another exciting session, which is Q&A from our users. So we know you have a lot of curiosity in understanding many processes and how to's, and also if you want to ask any particular question from our verified merchants. So let's get started. We'll go ahead and take some questions now. And just a reminder, please make sure you type your questions into the chat box. Please do not repeat, just write it one time. All right. And Kelly, will you help us picking the questions, please?
Yep, sure.
I think Kelly, are you on mute?
I'm looking at the questions right now. We have many questions coming in.
Okay.
So we have one directed to Olivia. How do you manage the huge amount of daily transactions in your P2P with your other businesses?
Okay, from the nature of, trading P2P, it's you can basically do it anywhere and anytime. And I'm not always making clothes, and I kind of have help with that as well. So I I have help in making clothes. So it's easy for me to, once in a while use my phone. That's probably why the transaction volume is not that's probably why, like, the transaction volume, yes, is not a lot, because it's not what I do full time, but we're working on it.
Thanks, Olivia. For the user that put in that comment, can you please also give us your Binance UID? And we have another question. What is the minimum amount required to become a merchant advert, and does Binance attract fee for placing an advert? Maybe anyone that can reply to this?
Sure. I'll take this question. So, what is the minimum amount required to become a merchant advertiser? So, actually, that depends from region to region. So, when you will go on your when you will log in on Binance.com and go to apply for the merchant, so then you will see the security deposit if it is required in your market. And does Binance attract fee for placing an advert? That as well depends from region to region. So when you will you can go in the fees section on binance.com/fees, where you can see how what's the amount of fees that will be charged if you are an advertiser. So for verified merchants, we also have we offer 20% discount. So exact amount which is applicable to your region, you'll be able to see under the fees schedule.
Thanks, Chitra. We have another question. How do you guys deal with P2P exchange market price when the market is so volatile?
Yeah, you need to be always present there. You need to be live every time, like, because the market is so volatile. Because and your exchange rate always depends upon the BTC price, what it is right now. So you need to be there. If you keep on if you keep a make a formula and put it over there, it will not always work. That is the thing. That is the thing when you start losing trades. If somebody places an order and if you don't want to buy at that price, you will have to lose the trade. You will have to cancel that order, and that is not good for a merchant. So that's why to keep a sync in these P2P market exchange prices and the BTC price, you always need to be there. That's how you can deal with the fluctuation and volatility of the market.
Olivia and Preeti, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think it's pretty much just be there, just be available. That's why it's not even very advisable to put on an ad and go off like that, because you can go off like that, and due to the volatility of the market, you'd probably have trades that are, highly priced compared to the exchange rate at the time.
Yeah, as the Prashant told, you can place your formula like how much premium you want to trade. So when the spot price change, your order will also change according to that price, like 101%, 102%. So just put your formula and your order price will change according to the spot market price.
Thank you. For all the selected comments, please key in your Binance UID in the chat below so that we can reward you the prizes and rewards. Um, We have another question on, are there any tips for beginners who are trying to try out our Binance P2P? Do you guys have anything that you would like to share?
Yeah, I think merchants, you can pick this question.
So what advice do you give to people who are new in crypto and willing to be a part of Binance P2P community? Yeah, as I said, that for Binance P2P, if you want to become a merchant, you need to you need to be there. Like you first need to just search for the services. Like if you just think about it like this: if you are a buyer or if you are a seller, a normal trader, if you are trading with a merchant, what would you need from that merchant? Just think about this. If you are buying something, you would need that merchant to release you the crypto as soon as you make the payment. So if you are willing to become a merchant, do that thing. If you want to sell in the B2B marketplace, what do you want as a buyer? You want you made the payment and you want the instant release. So in case you are a merchant, you need to give them the best services as you think of getting yourself, like when you are trading with the other merchants. That is the thing. And the other things are like as a normal trader, you won't need bank accounts with heavy transactions. But if you are willing to become a P2P merchant, you would need some good bank accounts or some good payment gateways to process all of your payments, because simple bank accounts might not work here. If you go with your normal savings account, it has limits, and that might stop you from trading. You like say after trading for a specific amount, your bank might not allow you to transfer funds, and that is a big roadblock for you. So you need to list down these things, like what would you do after becoming a merchant. After becoming a merchant, you would deal heavy number of transactions. So for that, you need good bank accounts. You need if your number of orders are less, if you can handle them all by yourself, then it is good. Else you need a team as well. You need people working for you. When you are not there, they should be able for you to complete the trade. So these are the things you always you need to keep in mind, so that you never lose that space or that faith in the community, because people knows you by your name, and you would never want your rating to go down, like the completion rate or the good comments for you, because just normal mistake can bring those numbers down, and that really affects you. So this is the thing.
Also, something maybe I can add quickly on that. So for you to become a merchant, remember it's a step-by-step process. So first you need to become a P2P user. So understand how to buy and sell. Even before launching your advertisements, start buying crypto small from other users or from merchants. Actually, do the payment, do the buying, have that fully understanding on how the buy and sell works on P2P, understand the full ecosystem on P2P, understand the whole product session. Then from there, then you can start launching your trades. So once you start now launching your adverts, you launch small trades, okay? Just do small margins of trades. Don't go in big. If you have bigger capital, just reserve it first. Understand how now you can start dealing with many users who are buying from you and so on. So that one will give you an up edge when now you become a full-fledged merchant, to understand how now you can deal with multitude of volume of transactions, so that you don't freak out when it comes to releasing or all these orders coming to you. So you build your business in a staircase kind of a way. So thank you very much for that particular question.
Yeah, and to add a couple of things to your answer, Mokisha. So
Yeah.
also along with the having a good trading experience on P2P, it is also very necessary to have. I think one of the merchant also mentioned to have consistency in trading. It is not like if you have traded, then you become a merchant today and just just go away for a couple of months, and then after 2 months you come back to trade. No. So we have a system to disqualify merchants who have been, if we find them inactive for quite a couple of weeks, so then of course we won't onboard them again. So yes, along with having good trading experience, it is also necessary to maintain that consistency level of trading and placing your adverts.
I think to end off with our very last question, I think this is for the merchants. How do you manage the time to provide quick service when there are more orders? Anyone would care to answer that
Yeah,
question?
yeah, Shibin. So when there are more orders, when the market is very volatile, so we work as a team to handle if there are so many orders.
Yeah, you can work as a team, and after that, when you encounter a lot of order, you can see that the order count has already been more than 30 or 40. Then you should put your ad offline for a while, so that you can first confirm all those orders, the pending orders, then you can put it back online. So by this way, the success rate would be there, and the people who are trading with you, they are always they are always getting the good service out of you. So, but if you do not put your ad offline, and the pending orders count keeps on increasing, it is bad for both, like the counterparty, because in the volatility they need those funds, because they might be getting liquidated or God knows what. So they need those funds. So it should not be like we are just looking for our profit, and we are just selling the cryptos off, and not thinking about the peers. It should not be like that. Even Binance system puts the ad offline if the pending orders count goes above 40, I guess. It automatically puts your ads offline, so that you can first clear those orders, or if there are any appeals pending, then it goes back online again automatically, if the count is back again below 40, below 30, that certain limit is there. So it is so quick service is always there. The number of orders matters, but the thing matters more is the quick service. You should think about that.
So I think when you get overwhelmed with orders, you just have to switch off your ad, and Binance system helps you hide your ad when you have more than a certain number of orders, and then brings it back on when you sorted out your orders. Also, I think communication is key. Like I said before, if there's a delay, if there's any reason why you're not responding as quickly as you're supposed to, I think you're supposed to talk to the people that you're trading with so that they are on board with what you're doing. That's pretty much it for me.
All right. I would like to take one very important question I see from Eddie. He's asking, most merchants charge a fee to buy crypto from you when you are selling, with excuses that it is to cover the fees Binance charges them. Is it okay to trade with them? The answer is no. Binance P2P, no buyer or seller, whether it's he's a user or a merchant, is allowed to charge extra fees, other than if it is charged by the payment service provider. Say if they are using a particular payment service where the payment service is charging them to cash in cash out, then only it applies. And that also, there's a maximum limit on it that we monitor closely in some of the markets. So apart from that, you need not pay anything extra apart from the price that it's listed in their ad. So in those cases, you can simply cancel the trade or raise an appeal and ask CS to intervene and help with the transaction. Yes, Kelly, I think
Yes. I think that's all the questions we have. Uh, please, all the selected comments, please put your Binance UID in the chat box below.
all right, so I think with this final round of Q&A, we can wind up. So thank you everyone for attending today's webinar on trade and earn with Binance P2P. And I hope We were able to deliver most important trading tips to you from, of course, our expert merchants. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us via Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, or our online chat support. And on the behalf of the P2P team, thank you once again for joining us today. We'll see you next time, and have a great rest of your day.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, everyone. I'd like to say thank you for all our users, all our merchants who came for this show, and for everyone who has participated in one way or another, for everyone who has asked a question, any comments, and thank you for sharing this video. Please, anyone who missed to show up for today's session, please feel free to go to our Binance Live YouTube channel and share that link with your friends and family and anyone who is enthusiastic about Binance P2P. We want to make it the best, the safest, and the most reliable trading platform in the whole world. So thank you very much lastly to our merchants who represented us today, and thank you very much for our listeners today. Cheers and have a great time ahead.
Thank you.
Cheers. Good night.
Yeah, thanks. Good night.
Right.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.